Hello everyone and welcome back to PTR testing, and here we are on Smolderon, the third last boss and your quote-unquote mid-raid wall. So a lot of things to say about this boss, let's just dive into it. We'll start off with the major mechanic of this fight. It's a one-phase fight that then goes into intermission, back to that one phase, then to intermission, back to one phase. It will definitely be a DPS race, and we'll start off here by just saying that this damage, like the boss will do some pulse rate damage sometimes, and then he will select half the rate to have a debuff. You can barely see it, but this debuff over here, that will be presented as this red circle around some people. Half the rate will get, and they're gonna shoot a tornado once that goes off. So the tornado will always be in specific spots. So let's say that this person facing the boss, so he's facing that direction. So when the tornado spawns, he is going to spawn a tornado going that direction, another one going that direction, and another one going that direction. So where you face it really matters where the tornadoes are going to spawn, and will be half the raid. The other half of the raid has to soak that tank mechanic over here that deals just like big damage, and you gotta like survive through it. And the tank, after you soak it, you need to run as far away from the raid as possible to explode. That's just something that you have to deal like twice per phase one, if you will. And then what's gonna happen here is after we do this, so after raid has the circles half soaks, he's gonna do this one more time, and then he's gonna invert. The half of the raid that didn't soak is now gonna have the soak, and the other half that didn't have the circles is now gonna have the circles. This is gonna ensure that everyone is left with the debuff, and we'll talk about that debuff when we get into intermission. So let's just watch here a little bit of this. Actually, hold on just a second. Future edit me realized that I forgot to mention that after you soak, you're also gonna get a massive heal absorb. So yeah, healers, you're gonna have to deal with that. Damage goes off. The tornadoes are about to spawn. Tornadoes shoot off, you gotta dodge some swirlies, and then he's gonna do these lava geysers. Now these lava geysers, you kinda wanna be together and bait it so you consume as little room as possible. So we kinda get together, and that's how much room we're gonna consume. This is gonna be a DPS race, and room will be important, so consuming as little room as possible is something that you wanna do. And then once again, here we go, another overheat. The people that didn't soak the first time will now have to soak, and the people that soaked the first time will now have the tornadoes that shoot off. More swirlies to dodge, and another set of lava geysers incoming, which is this, and now we're going into the first intermission. Now, as for the intermission, again, as I mentioned, having that debuff really matters. You can see that some of us didn't actually have the debuff, but majority of the group had the debuff. So you not having the debuff is actually a bad thing, because if you all soak, and this fight is designed to force you all to soak at some point, then when you go into the intermission, and by the way, you can and should DPS the boss during this intermission. You will spawn, your debuff will be removed, and you will spawn 5 orbs. These 5 orbs are individual, so if you have the debuff, you will only see 5 orbs, but you'll only see your own, you won't see the other people's orbs. And you gotta soak them. So in this scenario, you can see the orbs right here. Let me get you a good angle here. And right there is a good angle and good vision. You can see how all 5 orbs are over there. So all those orbs, you gotta soak them. When you soak them, not only you prevent the boss from getting DPS buffed, because they're gonna give the boss damage buff by percent, but you also get yourself 20% damage increase and 10% healing increase. So if you soak them, everyone in the raid is gonna have 100% more damage and 50% more healing. This is really important to get, because not only you're preventing the boss from getting buffed, but you're also getting a lot of power yourself. And then this is a burn boss fight, and you gotta burn the boss. Finally, after you soak them, and by the way, they will last for 20 seconds, and soaking a second one won't extend, it will just stack up. So soak them fast, time your cooldowns and whatnot. But after you soak them, what's gonna happen here is you're gonna have these duns. And this is just onion rings, if you will, that you gotta dodge and dance as you basically deal damage to the boss. Once this intermission is over, you go basically back to phase 1, and then it's just repeat, repeat, and repeat until either the boss hits berserk and kills everyone, or you're left without room. So either way, it's gonna be a DPS race. Right now, there's not much more to say about this boss. It does look like a cool concept for a boss, but personally I think everything is too red. Your face is kinda melting playing this fight, and things are actually hard to see. I think this boss suffers a bit from that. I'm hoping that they might change that, some of the visual stuff in this boss, but design-wise, it does look like a very cool boss actually. So that's all there is to this boss for now. Keep in mind this is PTR, anything can change, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, bye bye.